So you've started your business, but things are moving as slow as a sloth and you want to learn how to speed things up. So in this video, I'm going to show you the step-by-step framework that you can follow to get to 10K per month as soon as possible. And I'm Kendra Perry. I'm an online business mentor for health coaches and health practitioners. And I used to be a health coach, and now I help practitioners and coaches build their six-figure business. So if that sounds like fun and that sounds like something you want to do, you can subscribe to the channel, hit that bell so that you get notified when I post new videos on Thursdays. Now, in my opinion, if you want to get to six figures per year quickly, there are 6 things that you need to make sure are present in your business. Number 1 is systems and processes. The truth is, you probably don't have a team. Am I right? Right? And you're likely doing everything in your business. You're running the customer service, you're doing the video editing, you're doing the graphics, you're writing the content, you're doing all the administration work. And so the truth is, time is really, really valuable to you, and your time is actually best spent on sales and marketing. Sales and marketing is really the most important thing that you should be focusing on your business, because that's the thing that is actually going to bring you clients and turn your business from a hobby into a business, right? And so when you implement systems and processes into your business, you give yourself more time. This is where you set up things like automation, so things happen automatically so that you are not doing things manually. Because if you are spending even like 10 minutes doing something manually and you have to do that every day, well, that is, what is that? 50 hours a week, that's 100 hours every 2 weeks, that's 200 minutes a month. And that is, I can't do math, but I believe it's like, 2,400 minutes a year. And I don't know how many hours it is, but that's a lot. And that's time that could be spent on sales and marketing, or it could be time that is spent on like taking a vacation or hanging out with your family or just doing something that you enjoy doing. So one of my favorite tools that I love for setting up systems and processes is Zapier. And I'll make sure to link to that in the description below this video. But you can kind of think of Zapier as like your robo assistant. So instead of having to hire an assistant, Zapier will connect everything that needs connecting. So let's say, for example, you record all the sessions that you have with your clients. Instead of you downloading them and uploading them manually into a folder, Zapier would do that automatically for you, so that every time a recording was made, it actually got directly sent to maybe a Dropbox folder or a Google Drive folder. So when you have these systems and processes in place, you actually give yourself a lot of time so that you can actually focus on the things that matter, and that essentially will speed up your success. Number 2 is business identity. So in order to move quickly in your business, you have to really narrow in on who you are attracting, but also who you are. So I look at business identity as who they are and who you are. Who they are is the person you're going to serve and the problem you are going to solve for them. So for example, it might be, I help women in their 30s deal with anxiety or eliminate anxiety. That would be a really specific person with a really specific problem. Now, if you need more help with niching and that client identity, I will link to some of the videos I've done on niching below this video in the description. The other piece of this is your identity, or essentially the brand identity. So this is really important, because just attracting them into your world isn't really enough. We have to kind of give them a reason to stay. And ultimately that will be because they like your personality, they like the unique vibe, the new sort of thing that you bring to your content and to your online presence. Because if you're just really boring, like maybe you're super smart, but you're just kind of fucking boring. I mean, people just, they're not going to be into it. They're not going to stick around. So we want to make sure that our personality is coming through in the content that we create. So for example, with me, I like to be excitable. I'm blunt. I'm to the point. I swear a little bit like a trucker, I'm the girl who swears in front of your kids. Sorry. But that's intentional, right? But that's also a part of my personality. So it is authentic, but you want to make sure you're bringing parts of your real life personality into what you teach online, into the content, and into your online presence if you want to grow quickly. So number 3 is the mindset. The mindset piece is really critically, because I actually believe the actual business side of things is the easy part. It's just data, it's strategy, it's analyzing the numbers, it's doing more of what's working. That stuff is pretty easy, but it's the mindset stuff that will block you along the way. And in my opinion, and what I've seen, especially in my Health Coach Accelerator students and in the people I've worked with, is mindset is the thing that really slows people down. But what I want to tell you about mindset is that it's not unique. Everything you're experiencing everyone else is experiencing it in business, myself included. It's just something that we all have to go through as we're building a business, because businesses don't get built inside comfort zones, right? They happen outside the comfort zone. And that means we're going to get triggered and things are going to feel uncomfortable and we're going to feel scared, and that's all very normal. So just know that you're not alone and you just need tools to help you work through this stuff. So that could be something like visualization, meditation. I'm a big fan of breath work. You can also do journaling, but finding something to be able to work through these, because they're going to come up at every stage in your business. And when they do, it's always an opportunity for you to get stuck. And we don't want that. We want you to move forward. I had to move to the shade because it was a little bit hot over there. Summer is finally here. Very excited, but let's get into step number 4, which is what I call the killer offer. If you want to make progress quickly in your business, you have to have something to sell that your audience truly wants. But of course, in order for us to know what our audience truly wants, we need to know who they are and what problem they have. So you want to make sure that your offer is designed specifically for the person that you serve and it solves the problem that they want solving. And so this is why I teach my students inside Health Coach Accelerator the concept of the signature program. This is the only offer that you have. Yes, just one offer. And it's what your business is essentially known for. And you can sell it at a higher price point. People commit to more time up front. And in my opinion, this is really your ticket to freedom, because you don't need to find as many clients. You're not looking for hundreds of clients every month. Maybe you're only looking for 3, 4, 5, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but that's way more realistic. And you only need to make a few sales a month in order to get to 6 figures. And that brings me to number 5, which is visibility strategies, right? This is just the method of which you're going to get seen, because if nobody sees you, you're not going to grow your business at any quick or fast pace, right? So when we think about visibility, most people think about social media. And yes, social media is very important, but if social media is all you're doing, it's not really going to be enough to grow, because organic reach on social media isn't much these days, and it's really not getting much better. Unless, of course, you go viral on TikTok or Reels, but that doesn't happen to most people. So we have to be realistic here. So yes, we need social media, but that's not going to grow you at any speed. So the other things you can bring into is, 1, paid ads. Now, paid ads is expensive. You got to have a lot of technical know-how. You got to know what you're doing. They're not easy these days, but that is an option. But there's a third strategy that I find works really well and is also free, and that is intentional collaboration. So this is the process of collaborating with other coaches or experts who have similar or comparable niches, who have similar audiences to you. And of course, when you do this, you get access to their audience. So a good example would be like being a guest on a podcast, maybe getting a print media opportunity, doing guest blogging, maybe doing like an Instagram live with another practitioner. This stuff is really effective at boosting your visibility and helping you grow your account faster. And so this brings us to number 6, and this is your sales process. And how I see it, there is a 2-part sales process. First, we need a place to house people that you actually own, because you don't own social media and they could shut down at any time. Their algorithm could change, and it's just really hard to keep track of people that way. So you want to be driving people onto your email list. Your email list really creates this amazing insurance for your business, and it gives you a place to further develop relationships with your clients. And actually, that's where the most of your sales will actually come from, are people who are on your email list. But here's the thing, once they're on your email list, they're not just going to buy your high ticket program. It's not like you can just send them a link to an order form and they're going to buy, because it doesn't work like that. So this is where you're going to drive them to a sales call. And a sales call, maybe you call it a discovery call or a strategy session. It's the same thing. It's essentially that free or low price call where you determine if they are a good fit for your program. And this is where you sell to them. Now, sales calls are complicated. This is something I go over in detail with my Health Coach Accelerator students, because if you don't lead these properly, if you don't have a framework for the sales call, you end up with all those objections like, I can't afford it, I have to think about it, I have to ask my husband, all of those things. But truly, the sales call is the easiest place to sell from. A sales page, while effective, just requires a lot more know-how and a bigger audience, which I know you don't have. Okay, so let's summarize this. Number 1 is your systems and processes. Number 2 is your business identity, which includes who they are and who you are. Number 3 is mindset and those tools that are going to help you get through when those mindset blocks come up. Number 4 is your killer offer. Number 5 are your visibility strategies, social media, plus intentional collaborations. And number 6 is your sales process. Part 1, your email list. Part 2, your sales call. So let me know in the comments, what was your biggest aha moment? And if you have any questions, I am happy to answer them. I come back and make sure I answer all my comments. And if you want to learn how to enroll 1 to 3 new clients every week into your business, you can check out my free on-demand training. I will link to that in the description below this video. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kendra, and I will see you next Thursday in the next video.